All right, yo, what's up, everyone? Happy Thursday to y'all. Back with another GLC Versus. I'm Jeff Bache, and we're joined, as always, on these Thursday nights by Logan. Logan, what's up, man?
Not much, B. Had a pretty solid standard week. Kind of been talking off stream a little bit, playing some Call of Duty, watching some football. Ready to play some Gym Leader Challenge with you. These new Surging Sparks cards.
We got fighting on my side. We got water on your side. This feels like we're both at our strongest tonight. Logan, wouldn't you say that's the case?
Yeah, we're definitely at home in our brews, that's for sure.
You know, I've been brewing with this kind of ancient Garganackle list for a while. And, it kind of started with the printing of Garganackle, and then it kind of evolved from there. Well, we've finally got a good third fighting Pokemon that's an ancient. No longer do we have to ever discuss Sandy Shocks ever again. I'm so happy about that. Please stop playing that card if you are. We get to play Koraidon. And so this is the list that I got on display for you. And we're playing 5 ancient cards. And someone called me out the other day, or maybe they didn't intentionally call me out, but was like, why are we calling this deck Ancient Dragons when there's only like 3 ancient cards? Well, is 5 enough for you guys? I've got 5 ancient cards on my deck today. That's like, a pretty decent percentage of my deck. But anyway, our ancient cards are the new Koraidon, which is a really sweet card. It really fits a spot that this deck needed. So Unrelenting Onslaught does 30. But if one of your other ancient Pokemon attacked the previous turn, it does 150. So we're hitting 180 for 2 energy. And the 2 energy is really important. And it's 2 colorless energy, which is really going to play into what our deck is trying to do. And it's going to give us a little bit more flexibility than some of the other fighting Pokemon that we've had in a list like this in the past. Besides that, we got kind of Slitherwing here, which is a little mid if I'm going to be honest, but I actually do really like this card. Slitherwing's Burning Turbulence is 2 fighting energy. It does 120, but it also burns the active, but it does do 90 to itself. So very rarely are you ever going to see a Slitherwing survive a return KO. And then of course, Great Tusk here. Also a double colorless energy cost, but also 1 more fighting. It does 80 plus 80 more if one of your bench Pokemon has any damage counters. And we got a couple different ways to get damage counters onto our bench mons. From there, Earthen Vessel to help us get some energy, one of our ancient cards. And of course, Seda, which lets us attach energy from our discard pile to 2 of our ancient Pokemon. Again, 1 energy each and draw some cards. Just a really power effect with fighting. Since you're really struggling with onboard draw support, you always want an effect and a draw. And that's what we get with Seda's Vitality here. So a super sweet card. Besides that, you got Colossal and Garganackle, both energy accelerants from your discard pile to Pokemon on your battlefield. Obviously, Tar Generator is 2. It's a fighting and a fire, which is why those double colorless energy costs really matter. You're going to need those fire energies, and you need them to be useful for you. Garganackle is just 1 fighting energy, but it does heal 30. And basically the idea is you always go cold first, but you need some redundancy in case something bad happens, right? So having both of them is great, and you're probably like, playing stage 2s and fighting base, how are you doing that? Well, the answer is you just have so many different looks at like rare candy or evolution buffs in this deck. Arven's a rare candy out plus a TM evolution grabber. Greens let you get any 2 trainers. Guzma and Hala can grab you what you need to get evolutions going. And of course, Karina, which is just like Irida and water, can really help you with those rare candy plays as well. So when you have all this redundancy here, things are looking pretty good. And then of course, just to kind of close off and finish what we're talking about here, this Groudon is just insane. This Groudon's probably one of my favorite cards. I'm glad that it got printed. It really makes Cole a really great option to play in fighting. But for 3 energy, it does 60 times the amount of energy you discard. You can discard up to 4, and it doesn't just need to be from the Groudon. It can be from your other Pokemon too. Then we got Lucario that can power itself up from the deck and damage itself, which is going to play into what our Great Tusk is doing. And then Terrakion is just a card I like. Sometimes you need a stall mechanic and a way to take a KO. So for 3 energy, it does 120, but it also is immune from attacks. Now, I can't Cavern Tackle the following turn, but usually we can discard the energy to retreat and then get it back up and running in a couple turns. We just really need it for those stall turns. So that's basically the main idea of Ancient Garganackle, our Surging Sparks brew going forward. Logan, excited about the deck. I'm also excited to hear what you got on your side of the table.
We have a variant of Gym Leader Josh's Tag Team Titans Go style of list where we have these big tanky Pokemon and ways to heal them in the deck, where we want to be able to dish out major damage and then soak that hit, try to get it back to the bench, maybe even get it back to our hand, and then reset that damage. So the deck starts with obviously the jumbo sized Waylord. Can't really start with a big tank and heal water deck without talking about this guy and his jumbo sized ability where he takes 30 less from attacks, essentially making Waylord a 230 HP Mon. That's the big starter with the deck. And we are playing the new Cetitan, as I mentioned. Also has a jumbo size style ability. It's called Solid Body, though, so it will also take 30 less damage from attack, essentially giving it 210 HP. Its attack is a little bit different than the other Cetitan that sees play. We don't need a special energy for this Cetitan, though the deck does continue to play several special energies in order to power up our Waylord. We are running a double colorless in this list to kind of offset Cetitan's water triple colorless attack cost, and its dangerous mouth attack does 150 damage. Like I was saying to you, I was telling a buddy earlier this week, we have the Inteleon engine. Not many water decks start without the Inteleon package in the mix, and its shady dealings, letting us go fetch out those trainers so that we can pop, specific combo plays out of nowhere. We also have the Octillery, which will Abyssal Hand draw us up to 5 cards in our hand. That's another big setup Pokemon for water. Speaking of setup, we are playing the Alolan Vulpix with its Beacon ability. You mentioned this Vulpix a little bit ago to me in talking about some of the new cards at Tapu Koko. And so Vulpix is where it starts. Its free attack, its Beacon attack, lets me search up to 2 water Pokemon. Like you had mentioned, we can get evolution Pokemon and get those into our hand. Hopefully the hand stays safe after that point. The deck is playing Frostmoth for acceleration. So kind of like we had talked about in the last time that I played the Tag Team Titans Go list, it's a little bit more low to the ground, being a stage 1. Its Ice Dance ability lets us accelerate water energy from our hand to our bench Pokemon. And I was talking to Josh this week. Maybe Baxcalibur finds its way into the list, but at this moment, that's kind of not where we're at. We are playing the Wishy Washy. So rather than the Articuno type of package that Josh and I were on, previously, we're now playing the Wishy Washy with its Scatter ability. So on coin flip at the end of your opponent's turn, if we flip tails, this Wishy Washy gets sent back into the deck. All cards shuffled into with it. And its Hydro Splash attack does 130 damage. Pretty good number in Gym Leader Challenge as it clears most of these bigger basic Pokemon. And the 3 energy attack is kind of on the lower side with some of the things that we have going in the deck.
Logan, I know you're always heads, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Heads or tails?
Big.
All right. Tails it is. I'm going to go second.
So you wishy-washy.
All right. We'll show you a Groudon.
All right. And we are starting off. I will draw for turn. I'm going to bench Alolan Vulpix. Attach energy to Wishy-Washy. We'll Quick Ball away Ultra Ball. A Sobble. Off of the Quick Ball. We're going to bench that Sobble. From there, base, we're just going to pass it over to you.
All right, let's draw here. That is an excellent draw. So let's start with a tag call here. So there's Guzmahala. There is Cynthia and Caitlin. We're going to go ahead and, I think, Guzmahala here. And I'm going to get rid of Seda. And I'm going to get rid of Martial Arts Dojo. We're not going to get an energy here, unfortunately, which is a little sad. But I do get Brooklet Hill and TM Evolution. On top of all of that, I do have Buddy Buddy Poffin. So I'll play Brooklet Hill and Buddy Buddy. Let's go and get all the things that we need to get. We're going to start with Knackley here. A Roly-Coly off the Buddy Poffin. Off the Brooklet Hill, a Great Tusk. Go ahead and attach a Rainbow Energy to Groudon, do 10 damage to itself. Put a TM Evolution here, and then we'll go ahead and evolve. I'm going to target Roly-Poly and Knackley here, and we'll have a pretty good first turn. And we'll go ahead and grab us a Nagglestack and a Carkol.
All right, B. So with that, you're all good. I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn. So I'm going to start the turn by using your Brooklet Hill. So we're going to get a Remoraid out into play. Then we're going to go Water Energy to Wishy Washy. We're going to go Floatstone to Wishy Washy and retreat into Alolan Vulpix. Then we are going to end our turn with a Beacon, Searching Octillery, and Drizzile.
All right. We'll draw for turn here. That's not a super great draw at the moment. Let's start with a Brooklet Hill here on our side of the table. I think we might just go ahead and drop down Riolu here. So let's go ahead and Cynthia and Caitlin. I am going to discard, I think, Rescue Stretcher here. I'm going to get back a Sada's Vitality, and we'll draw 3 cards. I'm going to go Energy on Great Tusk here. And then I'm going to use Groudon's first attack, which lets me accelerate energy from my hand onto Pokemon. To be honest, I think I'm just going to put it on the Groudon.
I will drop a turn. Start the turn off. We're going to evolve into the Octillery. We're going to use Brooklet Hill to get Cetotl. Go back in with a Nest Ball for a Snom. Evolve Drizzile and use Shady Dealings. At this point, it's going to be Sonia. We're going to go ahead and play Sonia. Search our deck for 2 Water Energy cards. And we are going to end our turn again with a Beacon, targeting Inteleon and Frosmoth.
Nice. All right. We are going to draw here. I hate to use this VS Seeker this early, but I'm going to use VS Seeker, and we're going to grab back Cynthia and Caitlin. I'm going to Cynthia and Caitlin away Terrakion. We're going to go ahead and get back Guzma and Hala, and we'll draw 3 cards. Let's go Fighting Fury Belt onto the Groudon. I'm going to Ultra Ball away a Guzma Hala and a Fire Energy here. And we'll grab good old Cole. I'll use Brooklet Hill while we're in the deck here. Brooklet Hill is just going to grab us, I think, Koraidon here. All right, let's use Colossal. Throw an energy onto Groudon. And then I am going to use Groudon's attack. I'm just going to discard, I think, 1 fire here to do the 60 damage necessary.
All right, I will draw for turn B. I'm going to go ahead and evolve into the Frosmoth. I will Ice Dance a Water Energy onto Drizzile. Attach Splash Energy to Drizzile. Then we're going to play down Inteleon and use its Shady Dealings ability. We're going to get Field Blower and Capacious Bucket. We're going to go ahead and use Brooklet Hill. Lock that onto our bench. We are then going to use Field Blower to Field Blower the Brooklet and your Fighting Fury Belt.
All right.
We're going to play Capacious Bucket. Retreat our Wishy Washy with free retreat to Inteleon. We're going to Ice Dance and Energy onto Wishy Washy. We're going to Ice Dance and Energy onto Cetotl. With Abyssal Hand, we will draw 2 cards. I'm going to attach Pot Helmet to Inteleon.
All right.
And we are going to go ahead and play Irida, Town Map, and Cetitan. Since we're about to start taking prize cards, I'd like to kind of be able to pick and choose from here. We'll play Town Map to reveal our prize cards. Evolve the Cetitan. And then we are going to go ahead and Aqua Bullet.
All right.
To take out the Groudon, we're going to put 20 damage on the Colossal.
All right. We will go up into Great Tusk here and draw for turn.
Hey, what's the HP on Great Tusk be? Sorry,
140.
put that 20. Go ahead and put that 20 on Great Tusk then.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's going to change what I go up into then.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, all good. All good. So let's go up into Riolu here. Let's start with a Pokegear 3.0. I guess we'll take a Crispin here. I think the play is let's start with a Seta's Vitality here. And we'll go Fighting Fire onto my Pokemon, and we'll draw 3 cards to see where we get. Let's Heavy Ball here and grab a Garganackle. And then I'm going to Quick Ball away a Fighting Energy. And let's just go and get our last ancient Pokemon. Let's get Slitherwing here. So let's play Escape Rope here. So I'm going to go Garganackle here. Let's attach an energy with Garganackle's ability and heal the 30. So pretty fortunate to have found that Great Ball, because now we got a healed up 140. And then we're just going to Wrathful Charge here, 80 to Wailmer.
We will play Mallow and Lana. We will discard Rescue Stretcher and Aqua Patch.
Okay.
To heal the damage off of the Wailmer. Straight into Wishy Washy. We're going to play down the Reversal Energy on the Cetitan.
Mm-hmm.
And Abyssal Hand for 4. So let's do 130 with Hydro Splash.
All right, we'll draw for turn here. Let's Earthen Vessel here. Fire Energy for turn to Great Tusk. I'm going to bench a Slitherwing, and then I'll play Research, discarding 1 Fighting Energy, and we'll draw 7 new cards. Let's go ahead and discard 4 energy from Great Tusk. So let's go up into Koraidon here. So let's use all our abilities. So the first ability that we are going to use is we're going to use Colossal here. I'm going to attach double Fire to Koraidon. And then I'm going to go Fighting to Slitherwing. Then I'm going to use Garganackle. We'll attach 1 to Great Tusk, and we'll heal 30 damage. So we'll go from 130 to 100 here. Just getting the best use out of all of those things. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use Unrelenting Assault here. We'll do a 180 because Great Tusk attacked the previous turn. And we'll take a KO.
I will promote Cetitan and draw for turn. I'm going to start the turn with a Raihan. Accelerate an energy onto the Wailmer. I'm going to attach a double colorless energy to Wailmer. Go ahead and go Lux Cape onto Wailmer.
Okay.
And draw a card with Octillery, Abyssal Hand. We're going to Dangerous Mouth for 150 damage in the knockout.
All right. Koraidon is down. We'll go up into Slitherwing, and then we'll draw for turn here. That's good. That's kind of what I was hoping to draw here. So there is a Super Rod. Super Rod's going to put Koraidon. It's going to put a Groudon. And it's going to put a, I think, Terrakion back into my deck. And then our play for turn is going to be an Arvin. Yeah, there's Floatstone. There's Nest Ball. So we'll use Nest Ball. We'll grab ourselves a Groudon. Go ahead and throw Floatstone onto Slitherwing here. We'll use all of our abilities. Make sure I got them. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we'll go ahead and retreat into Slitherwing here. Go up into Groudon. And then we will discard all 3 energy off of Groudon, plus 1 off of Great Tusk to do 240 damage, again 60 times, up to 4, to make sure we stay ahead on prizes.
I'm going to start with a Dive Ball. I'm going to get the Wailord and evolve the Wailord. So now I'm going to go ahead and Nessa. How we want to do it is go Wishy-Washy in 3 energy. Bench Wishy-Washy. Eye Stance 2 onto Wailord. We're going to retreat our Inteleon. Eye Stance and energy onto Inteleon. Put Rough Seas into play to draw 1 card, but I just don't really see what that 1 card is going to... I don't see what the 1 card advances us here.
Yep.
So I think what I'll do here is I'll Special Wave.
All right.
240 damage.
Groudon's down. We'll go up into Slitherwing. And we'll draw for turn. So let's start with a Karina. Our deck is getting mighty thin here.
Same. It's been a good game.
Let's grab Terrakion. Let's grab Evolution Incense. Let's play Evolution Incense, and let's get Lucario here. Lucario is an infinite damage dealer. All right, let's use all of our abilities. Fighting Fire is going to be the call here. Let's throw those bad boys onto our Terrakion. From here, we'll retreat into Terrakion, and then we will use Cavern Tackle for turn. We'll do 120 minus the 30, and then we are immune next turn.
All right, we'll start with a Super Rod. We're just going to throw back the energy. Up to 3, we're just going to do the 2 energy. Put Rough Seas into play. I'm going to heal the 30 from the whale. Then I'm going to Guzma up your Colossal.
All right. Colossal is coming.
I'm going to go up into Inteleon. And I'm going to retreat back into Wailord.
All right.
With Octillery, we will draw 1 card with Abyssal. I'm going to go ahead and attach Wash Energy to Inteleon. And Special Wave for knockout.
All right. Colossal's down. We'll go up into Slitherwing. All right. We definitely needed that. I think we can still get there this turn on the Wailord. Let's draw for turn here. So let's Field Blower away, Pot Helmet, and Luxurious Cape. All right, let's go ahead and Raihan and Energy onto Lucario here. Go and find a card. I don't know if I want to find any of these cards, but I will find Koraidon, because we have to. Oh, you know what? I missequenced. Dang.
Can you go back?
Well, it would have
You've had this play in your head.
Yeah, it would have just been Terrakion, and then I would have had to discard all the energy, and then I would have the energy to attach to Lucario. So that's from the Garganackle. So Raihan, energy from hand, and then that is from the Garganackle here. So yeah, so we'll discard 3 energy. So this is going to do 60, 120, 180 plus 10, 190 to the Wailord.
Promote the Inteleon.
All right.
Draw turn. I stance and energy on the Wishy-Washy. Versus Seeker for Nessa. Nessa. 4 energies out of the discard pile. I stance 2 on 2 Wishy-Washy. And then Aqua Bullet, take the knockout. 20 more onto the already damaged. Actually, what's Slitherwing's HP whenever you attack in with it?
It's 140, and then it does 90 to itself.
Okay, so that's not relevant. So then, yeah, just leave it on the Great Tusk for me.
All right. We'll go up into Slitherwing, and we'll draw. So I don't think we can win, because we don't have any energy in our deck. We got 1 card left in our deck. We needed you not to be able to find the energy. It was always likely that you were going to be able to find the energy for the Wishy-Washy, because we have like a pretty sweet play, but it was reliant on you not being able to find an attacker back. So Guzma's down, so the stall play isn't good. So we're going to go out in style here. I'm going to Gladion, because you know what? We have strong energy. Our 2 energies are just fighting out over here in the prizes still. So I get to go strong energy onto Slitherwing, which will let us take this KO and make this look a lot closer than what it's going to be. And then, of course, I get to attach another energy here to Koraidon. And if by some act of God you sneeze and one of your energies falls off of Wishy-Washy and you forget to attack, maybe we can win with this Koraidon the following turn. Trying to think. I played Gladion. My hand is pretty busted if it was my turn 1 hand. Not great now. But will Burning Turbulence for 140. Then Burn will take care of the rest for Inteleon, which I think means that... wait, does Wash Energy let Burn happen?
I don't think that it's... Prevent all effects of Pokemon. Yep. So I don't think Wash Energy will let Burn happen.
Well, let's do this instead then. Let's attach an energy to Koraidon, and then let's stomp off. Let's discard the top card of your deck.
Got an Iono.
All right.
I will draw for turn. What I'll do is I'll play Lusamine. I'll get back Guzma and Mallow and Lana. What HP on Great Tusk? I just win with the Aqua Bullet, right?
It's 120. Yeah, you just win here.
Okay, cool. Aqua Bullet. I'll put the 20 on the Great Tusk.
Yeah, GG's. Fun game.